Dean Hood, Eastern Kentucky University.
Perfect. Give me your general thoughts on the upcoming season, Coach.
Well, I think it's going to be a tough race. The OVC's always got a lot of parity. Every single year proves that out to be the case, and so it's going to be it's going to be a grind. It's like always, just this time of year you wonder what happened to June, and you're hoping your guys are working hard in summer school and you're ready to crank it up and rock and roll. But as far as what to expect or what you anticipate, I mean, I think that's the beauty of college football, and that's why we're in it. Nobody knows. If I knew the answers to those questions, I'd go to Vegas, make a whole lot of money, and get out of this racket. But it's a lot of parity, a lot of good coaches, a lot of good players. It's going to be every single week. You gotta put your helmet on, strap it up, and it's going to be a tough year. It's going to be a fun year. But it's going to be a tough year.
In accordance to your offense, what can we expect from them this year?
Well, again, if I knew the answer to that, I'd go do something else if I could anticipate and predict. But coming out of spring, I can speak to what we look like coming out of spring, and we were more physical than we were a year ago, which is really one of the missing pieces. Last year the two things we were really missing was the physicality and managing the game from a standpoint of taking care of the football. And if the spring proves to be any indication of how we'll be in the fall, we fixed both of those. We got much more physical with the addition of Channing Fugate, a transfer from Tennessee. Got much more physical with a tailback named Deshaun Mobley. All of our former, our other tailbacks that we had the year before got bigger and stronger, and J.J. Jude and Caleb Watkins, so we had a physicality we were missing when we lost Lingle and Jeremy James and some of those kids through injury last year. So that's the one thing that I noticed. And it may go hand in hand, but because we were more physical, ran the ball better, we actually took care of the football a lot better. It may be the physicality of the run game, or it may be that Jared was a year older and our defense was younger, having had a lot of guys graduate.
Coming out of the spring, what's going to be your biggest challenge for the year?
Probably the defense. Last year we've kind of flipped sides. Last year we lost probably, I think, upwards of 90% of our offense to graduation, when you're just looking at the stats. And now that's flipped. We got all those offensive kids that were puppies, a year ago and went through the wars. All those kids are back and feel, much better about our offense situation. But defensively, we took a hit in graduation, with our front seven. We lost Anthony Brown, Sean Schubert, David Carter, Tyler Horn, Ichiro Vance. We lost. It's kind of the same way it was a year ago with our offense. That being said, I think having gone through that now, I feel a little better about being young on defense, than offense. I think that there's a little merit to you can just wind those guys up and let them run. They're going to make plays for you, as opposed to knowing the playbook and feeling comfortable and that sort of thing.
What's it going to take for Eastern to be in the championship hunt this year?
Some of the things I talked about, the defense growing up in a hurry. We are on the road. We got to be road warriors there the first 5 or 6 weeks, and so young guys got to be able to handle that, grow up in a hurry, especially in the secondary. When you got new guys playing back there, those guys got to be sharp. So we got to grow up quick on defense, and then I think just continue what we were doing in spring ball with being more EKU on offense, with the physicality and controlling the football and managing the game, taking care of the ball.
So the OVC had some postseason success last year. What impact has that made on the reputation of the OVC nationally at the FCS level?
Well, I hope a lot, because that was an issue for our league, and I personally saw it coming and spoke about it several occasions in public. That 2008 we went to the playoffs and we got pounded by Richmond. It wasn't even a game, and you came out of that knowing, we are a long ways away, and we were the best team in the league that year. We won the league outright, and thought, wow, we got a lot of work to do. 2011. We shared the conference title with 3 teams, got in. James Madison beat us on a last-second field goal. So I saw it personally right there. I was like, wow, we have come a long way, because I thought James Madison was one of the top teams in the playoffs. So I saw it personally, and then but in 2012, really that's where I saw kind of wow, we better get one of our teams in here and start winning, because we got hurt, I felt, as an at-large. In 2011, we finished 8-3, didn't make the playoffs. and coming off a 7-4, losing a last-second field goal to James Madison. But because we finished second in our league, and what nationally people had the view of the respect of our league, we didn't get in that large. And you know, there were other teams. I thought UT Martin, you know, should have had a chance to get in. There was other teams, I'm sure, that, you know, had a gripe about it. But to me, that was a glaring example of our league's got to win, or this is going to continue to happen to us. And we are so close, and these people don't know it. You know, I just felt like they made a mistake. And I thought 2012 proved it. You know, not us. We didn't prove anything, but I thought our conference did by getting 3 teams in, and they all won.